What's up, everybody? Alright, so today we're going to be doing some Chien-pao EX, and I am finally back. This is the first video I've made on this channel in like a year after the first two. I got extremely busy with life and other stuff, and Pokemon kind of got set on the wayside or in the back burner. But now that I have a little bit more free time, I actually am deciding to get back into it, so I hope you guys enjoy the content going forward. If you have any opinions on it, please let me know in the comments below. But today we're going to be doing Chien-pao, and this build's pretty simple. It's nothing too crazy or complicated compared to the other normal builds that you see go around. The only main difference is that I find it kind of redundant to run 2 Canceling Cologne. So I actually took one out to play the one copy of Boss's Orders. The reason why I do this is because though the deck runs Cross Switcher, I find that every now and again there's situations where Cross Switcher is not super beneficial, that I'd rather just be able to pull one rather than actually having to switch, or sometimes the switch isn't as useful because there's just nothing on the bench that is worth being pulled up to the front. It kind of makes it disadvantageous. So I prefer to actually just run the Boss's Orders in addition. And most of the time I feel I don't need 2 Canceling Colognes. When I do, it's such a rare situation that I feel the Boss's Order situation comes up just more commonly, so I'd rather run that. Outside of that, I don't think there's many changes that I've made that are really worth discussing. So let me know if there's any other changes that you guys have made to the deck or things that you think I can improve on in the deck. But other than that, yeah, let's get into the game and I'll see you in game 1. Alright, so we're back with game 1. Let's see kind of what our opponent is playing. You know, classic Pokemon Live coin. Kind of basic, kind of underwhelming, but that's fine. They went with heads. Hey, and this is why you lose, because you have an underwhelming coin. You suck. Get something cool, buddy. We're going to go first, because it's pretty much always better to go first, except for a few cases, and this is one of them, because we just mulligan, and that sucks. You know, unfortunate. Karma strikes quick. But this isn't great, gonna be honest. Not the best case scenario ever. But we can make it work. We'll see what our top card is. Alright, we're playing against Miraidon. This matchup is a little iffy at times, but it's not too bad. I'd say it's like favored for us, but not incredibly. We'll get rid of one of the cross switchers. I don't really need that as badly as I kind of need to make sure I have a Frigibax in play for next turn. So I can actually get things going on my next turn. Because we're in a pretty rough situation there. I don't think there was anything better I could have done. Because if I grab Greninja there, I draw 2 more cards, but if I don't get a Frigibax, I'm just so slowed down for the rest of the game. That's where I'd rather get the Irida, be able to Rare Candy into Baxcalibur, have the energy in order to get the knockout on Raikou, and get plays going early, because Miraidon just plays so fast that I don't think I can afford to take like the extra turn. Oh, their hand was also kind of bad. They got bailed out by the professor's research though. So, I mean, that's good for us that they also kind of bricked, to be honest, because we had a pretty underwhelming first turn. They got the Miraidon in play, so they're going to be able to kind of pop off from this point. They can retreat into the other Raikou. Get an extra card from Fleet. The extra 10 damage from that's actually pretty good. I actually think the Pokemon Go Zapdos in this deck is genuinely better than the 151 Zapdos. The 10 damage makes more of a difference than you would think. And the 151 Zapdos kind of sucks, in my opinion, because you have to run the Hawlucha alongside of it to be generally useful. And I just don't think that's super valuable. But let's get our Baxcalibur into play. So that way we can take this knockout and start to get something moving for us. If they can knock out our... if they're able to knock out our Chien-pao in this coming turn, then it just kind of is what it is. There's not much we can do about it, and we're probably going to lose from that point, but we just kind of have to hope that they can't, and if that's the case, we'll actually be okay, because we can use our other Irida to kind of get us going here. That is not what we needed. We did not need 2 more super energy retrievals. The benefit right now, though, is that even if they can they'd have to power up Miraidon all the way, and they hit double on the... Alright. Well, that's about as bad as that could have gone. So... kind of unlucky there. Oh my god. That's... Alright, well, we are getting kind of butt blasted. They kind of got everything they needed there. So I think this one's kind of a wash. I don't really think there was much better I could play there. But let's see. Maybe there's a way we pull this back. Let's grab ourselves a Greninja and a Nest Ball, because we have a small prize situation we can kind of get ourselves into, where we grab these, grab some energy. Because he took a 1 prizer, there's an off chance that we're able to get something for ourselves here. Get rid of these, because that doesn't really help us. We take as many energy as possible into our hand, start to power this up, and then on our next turn... Okay, we might be able to pull this back. In a very awkward way, this might be possible. So, depending on what happens, what we can hope for is that they knock out this, then we put up our Radiant Greninja. We use Radiant Greninja to take out the Flaffy and the Mareep. So that'll give us 2 prizes. We'll go down to 2. Then we just need to find one other Chien-pao somehow. Okay, we don't even need to find another one. That was the best case scenario. So we're gonna get rid of... We'll hold on to the Escape Rope, actually, because we can always get that energy back later. So we'll grab our Lumineon, place that down, which is a little risky because it's another thing that he can boss, but I don't think it's going to end up mattering. Place that. We'll grab that. And our Rare Candy. So the question is, do we want to retreat or Escape Rope? I don't think it really matters in the end. We'll grab the 1 extra energy. I think we'll just Escape Rope. Because our plan is still the same regardless, and he has the free retreat. It's not really going to make any difference what we put out here. We have plenty of energy, so that's fine. We'll just see what we pick up. We can hold on to that. Put 1 more energy down. We'll throw 1 more onto that just in case anything happens. Alright, now we can use Moonlight Shuriken. And Greninja being absolutely broken. Oh my god. Alright, so that's going to be, we'll take the 2 top ones, why not? Alright, extra energy, that's amazing, to be honest. And PokéStop, that's not terrible. Alright, so we went from being absolutely doomed to in a extremely favorable position. Just because Greninja is so broken and this deck is actually kind of versatile. It's not the best to make comebacks with, to be honest, because it relies so heavily on very specific pieces. But it can be really good. And so, like, that's fine. We kind of planned for this. That's why we kept the other Chien-pao in hand. So the reason why we kept the other Chien-pao in hand is for that exact moment. Is if the other Chien-pao is in play, it's likely that he feels that knocking out the Baxcalibur is the more like important thing to do because I can't power up either one. But in this case, it's actually more beneficial for him to knock out the Chien-pao, because if I don't have one or if I can't get to one, there's nothing else I can knock out, and it gives him the opportunity to come back into the game. So it kind of gives the illusion of a better option, but really, I already have it in hand. And he's just kind of stuck to make that gamble, but he doesn't know that, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that the best way, but we just made an incredible comeback. That was honestly kind of amazing. I'm really proud of that game. That was shockingly good. We'll just put it all out there. What a comeback. Awesome way to start game 1. I hope everybody was excited about as excited about that as I was. That was super, super good. I'm really happy about that, if you couldn't tell. Definitely on the comeback on that game 1. But we'll go for one more game. Alright, next game's up. We'll see what we got here. The first game went kind of long, so going with heads. I'm all about that head. Let's go. And yeah, we will go first. So got kind of lucky on the coin flip so far, but you know, that is what it is. Not a bad hand. Alright, we got our Rare Candy in hand. We got the VIP pass for a way to find Baxcalibur. They're playing Masquerada. Interesting. I'm not positive how this matchup goes, to be honest. I don't see it very often. It's an interesting kind of rogue tech. I think it's much better now that Charizard EX is so common, but as a whole, I don't know how like actually good it is. Alright, but let's grab that and Radiant Greninja. We'll make sure we grab all the energy possible first, so that way we don't grab it with Greninja. So we can do that. kind of thin our deck out ever so slightly. Got another energy. We'll put 1 onto this because I don't know. I have to assume that he's gonna play Manaphy. All right, one of our Bibarels. That's a little bit crappy, but not too big of a deal. We have our Rare Candy, so we can go right into Frigibax. There's no way that he knocks out our Frigibax on turn 1. The Arvin, we'll get him some stuff. I don't think anything too important. As long as he doesn't have a Manaphy, it may be beneficial for me to just immediately retreat out and go into Greninja. I could use Lumineon to get me Irida to grab the other Cross Switcher, and that might be good. And I think that's what I might do. Because I don't really care about that Arceus if he doesn't have a way to... If he doesn't have a way to make Masquerada... Masquerada? How do you say that? Doesn't really matter what Arceus does. And Lost City just made that even better of a play for me. Oh, and there's the Irida. I'm absolutely popping off. But again, this is kind of just the power of this deck, where we saw it a little bit in game 1, that you can just kind of come back. It's really, it's less the power of the deck and more that just Radiant Greninja's too good of a card, that for something that gives you just innate draw power, it also is just an incredibly powerful just threat on the board. Do I want to do the other Cross Switcher? Or should I just Escape Rope? I think it's worth just Escape Roping because the outcome is the same no matter what. So we'll get this into play. We will Escape Rope. Yeah, we'll do it this way because if they don't surrender and they go into this, I want the ability to Cross Switcher again later. I just have to assume they're gonna FF, but you can't really count on it. So we'll do that. I don't think there's anything else I need to do on this turn. The Moonlight Shurikens just being broken, like always, so we throw those on there. And his own Lost City is going to make it so he can't even Super Rod the stuff back. I think that was, in my opinion, a really, really bad play to put the Lost City. Because now what can he even do? Even if he knocks out my Greninja here, like if he has a double turbo, which he already used 1, I assume he only runs like 2, maybe 3. If he puts double turbo down, evolves, does the 180, knocks this out. I just come back with Chien-pao, knock it out again. I can always, with it there, I can't get my Greninja back, but it's really not that important at this point. So I don't see the value in putting down Lost City, other than if he knew he was going to be able to like knock out Baxcalibur or Frigibax or something like that, but he was in no position to do that. So really it just kind of made things worse for him. That Iono's slightly annoying, but really, again, it makes no difference to me because I have the ability to immediately get these back, all the energies. I have Irida. I have all the energy I need to knock out this V-Star again. So yeah, I lose the Greninja, but it's not that big a deal. Honestly, I kind of want to keep the Lost City in play. I think. I can't tell if that's valuable or not to want to do. I guess not. We'll play this just to play it at this point. So, I mean, boss's orders could be annoying here. I think we have to do it, though. Let's see what we grab. Alright, so that was great, because now we can use this. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We can get rid of those. Get ourselves some energy back. I had to take a second to think there on like what the best play to do was, because we just need 1, 2, 3. I think that's enough, right? Yep. We can use this. Grab ourselves that. No, we have everything we need. If we get an Ultra Ball in the next play or something like that, that would be super hype. Get ourselves our Bibarel. We have a Canceling Cologne that we don't need, which is kind of whatever. We do have a PokéStop if he goes to play some kind of stadium that would be important, but honestly right now, wow, what a unfortunate, yeah, can't even blame him there, but like, that's the problem, man. Chien-pao is just so good because Radiant Greninja is way too good, and if you kind of start good early, if you're not playing something like an equally fast deck like Charizard EX or whatever, you just kind of get dumpstered. I don't think there was really much he could have done after that Greninja play, and Lost City just made that even worse. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the games. Let me know if there's a deck that you guys want me to play. I'm kind of thinking about doing 2 like meta, like semi-meta relevant decks a week, and a like budget deck a week. I'm thinking of, for the budget builds, keeping it about like about $20 of worth of cards. So whatever you could buy at like your local, like your locals or whatever, for about 20 bucks from like a commons bin and like that kind of stuff. It's kind of how I'm thinking about pricing it out. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions on all that are in the comment section below. Let me know kind of like whatever decks you want to see and like all that kind of stuff, or other ideas for content that you'd prefer to see. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. It's gonna be fun to be back. See you guys later. So I thought I'd throw this in at the end. I don't know if anyone's interested in this or wants to see this at the end of the videos or whatever, but I thought I'd do a small little opening of the stuff that I got during the videos, or during the recordings, if that makes sense. So I thought I'd just do like a quick little opening of these. I'm not sure if anybody cares, but I figure maybe we'll see something and it'll inspire us for the next kind of deck that we do. That's cool. The room, the thing's pretty sweet. Good cover art. Victini EX, okay. Not terrible. Dugtrio. Toxel. I like Toxel a lot. Palafin. Interesting card. The Collector's Crate. Toadstool. Chandelure. Trevenant. Trevenant's actually not bad. I think Trevenant's kind of cool. Absol. Isn't this thing like... weirdly good. Absol might combo with Arbok EX kinda well. This is interesting. I kinda like that. That might be a move. We might make that. See, this is what I mean where it says like gives kind of inspiration for a future deck, because that was pretty cool. I kind of forgot Absol was a card until this. Oh, that's cool Pidgeot art. But yeah, so like that's kind of what I mean. Kind of gives us inspiration on maybe what else we can make or what other decks you might want to see. But yeah, I thought I'd throw that in here kind of at the end, as just like a little bonus thing, I guess, because, you know, I earned these through playing, you know, doing the recording. So I thought I'd throw it in at the end. If you guys are interested in seeing more stuff like this, or its own, or like their own opening style thing, let me know. I'd be, you know, more than down to do more. But yeah, just let me know. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.